Good morning, students. Welcome back to Information Technology, Lecture 8. In this lecture, you are going to learn about Internet and Internet history and the Internet protocols. So let's start. What is Internet? Everybody is familiar with the word Internet. This is interconnected network. Interconnected network. The internet is a vast network that connects computer all over the world. Through the internet, people can share information and communicate from anywhere with an internet. Now this day, each and every person is using internet. Without internet, nobody can stay now this day, because it is now part of their life. Internet. So internet means connecting computer to any other computer anywhere in the world. Internet is the highway of information. Internet is the highway of internet, and the internet has a one very simple job to move computerized information, that is known as data, from one place to the another. The internet is generally defined as a global network connecting millions of computers, and you are using the computer, that is a part of your computer, also the part of the millions of computers. The internet is a massive network and a networking infrastructures. With the help of the internet, one can easily be in touch with anyone in the whole world by sending electronic mail, by chatting. Travel booking can be made is very easily. One can order books or buy anything online. In simple term, it can be said that internet provides a very strong connections or network between computers globally, and bringing people and their working close to each other. Now each and everything, sitting at home you can study, distance learning, you can buy many things, you can order the book, you can do online shopping, you can book the ticket for train or the airline. It is possible because of internet. Earlier it was not like that. You have to go physically to book the ticket. Suppose you want to travel from the train, you have to go to the counter and book the ticket for the train or the aeroplane. Okay, but now it is possible. Sitting at home we can do online shopping, or we can book any ticket, or as well as we can buy the books also. So that is actually the use of internet, and internet is a vast network that connect computer all over the world. Now let's see the history of internet, when internet comes into the use. Okay, now let's see history of internet. The first workable prototype of the internet came in the late 1960s with the creations of ARPANET. ARPANET means Advanced Research Project Agency Network, and originally funded by the US Department of Defense. And ARPANET used packet switching to allow multiple computers to communicate on a single network. My dear student, this ARPANET first they used for the military in the US. They use for the military people, and slowly everywhere this internet spread, and we started using the internet. Actually, the ARPANET use packet switching to allow multiple computers to communicate on a single network. The technology continued to grow in the 1970s after scientists Robert and Winton developed transmission control protocol, that is called TCP, and internet protocol IP. These two protocols required to connect to the internet: transmission control protocol and the internet protocol, a communications model that sets standard for how data could be transmitted between multiple networks. And the ARPANET adopted TCP and IP on January 1st 1983, and from there research began to assemble the network of networks, means the computer connected to each other to share the information from one computer to another computer. To share the information between the computer require the protocols, and protocols means the rules to talk to each others how we follow the language, the same language the other persons talk, then we can understand. So here also in the computer, if they want to share any information, they have to follow the protocol, they have to follow the rules, and that the rule means the TCP, transmission control protocol, and the internet protocol, and that become the modern internet. And the online world then took on a more recognizable from in 1990, and when computer scientist Tim Berners-Lee, the scientist name is Tim Berners-Lee, invented the WWW, that is called World Wide Web. Who invented World Wide Web? The term Berners-Lee invented World Wide Web. So whenever we open any website, we type first www, World Wide Web, and then we type the address of the website. So the World Wide Web invented by the scientist named Tim Berners-Lee. Then now we are going to see what is protocol, what is protocols, and why it is used in the internet. So protocol is a set of rules and that govern the communication between the computer on network in order to have the two computers to talk to each other, and they must be speaking the same language. So let's see protocol. The another way also I mentioned over here, protocol is a standard set of rules and that allow electronic devices. Look here, protocol is a standard set of rules that allows electronic devices to communicate with each other. To communicate with each other, protocols require. The protocols exist for several different applications. For example, wide network, that is Ethernet. In your computer lab you will find that Ethernet. So wireless network, now this day using Wi-Fi, and the internet communications, internet protocols. So the protocols in short means it's a rule the computer has to follow. By using this rule, computer can communicate with each other, they can share the information between them. Okay, now what are the examples of the protocols are there? The example of the protocol first is the TCP IP, means the transmissions control protocol and the internet protocol, and it's a standard internet communication protocol and that allow digital computer to communicate over long distance. Now we are using internet means our computer is talking with the server on the internet. That's why whatever we are typing by using the browser, and that information we are getting because of this TCP and IP, transmission control protocol and internet protocol, because they follow the rules and they talk to each other and we get the information. Next is file transfer protocol. My dear student, now this day we are transferring many files, downloading and uploading also. So download and uploading means file transfer, and here require file transfer protocol. Here require file transfer protocol, and it is a set of rule that computer follow for the transferring of file from one system to another over the internet. Now this day you are uploading your photo on the Facebook, you are uploading your photo on the WhatsApp, and this process to upload this photo on the Facebook or the WhatsApp, you need file transfer protocol, and this protocol is not there. We are not able to upload or download any information on the internet, and it may be used by a business to transfer file from one computer system to another. Now this day we are doing online business. Now online business also, to transfer file from one business to another require file transfer protocol, and that's the use of internet protocol. Or website may use file transfer protocol to upload or download file from website server. From the website server you need to download, require file transfer protocol. You need to upload some information, require file transfer protocol. So next, HTTP. The next protocol name is Hypertext Transfer Protocol. Hypertext Transfer Protocol is a protocol which allows the fetching of resources such as a HTML document. Now all the web pages are written in hypertext markup language. HTML stands for hypertext markup language. All the web pages are written in this language, and it is the foundations of any data exchange on the web, and it is a client server protocol, which means requests are initiated by the recipient and usually the web browser. Means web browser follow this request through the hypertext transfer protocol, and this web pages it display on the browser. So through the browser the server will understood the protocol, and it will going to display the information. And that purpose hypertext transfer protocol require. The hypertext transfer protocol, an internet based protocol for sending and receiving web page. Once again I repeat, hypertext transfer protocol, an internet based protocol for sending and receiving web page. The next, IMAP. IMAP, the internet message access protocol. What is the IMAP? Means the internet message access protocol. And the IMAP is a mail protocol used for accessing email. Now this day we are sending the mail to a friend or relative or someone else. We are sending these text messages. While sending these text messages, how the message goes from our computer to the server and the other person get, because of this internet message access protocol. So because this internet message access protocol used for accessing email on a remote web server from a local client, that is IMAP, and POP3 in your mobile. You are using now Gmail or Reddit mail from your smartphone. There POP3 is there. On the desktop it is require IMAP, but on the mobile POP3 are the two most commonly used internet mail protocol. These two are commonly used internet mail protocol for retrieving emails. Retrieving email means to open the email, and both protocols are supported by all modern email client and web server. Now these day both the protocols are supporting all modern email client and web server. So web server get the informations through this internet message access protocol, and through that we can receive or we can send any email. Next is IRC. IRC means internet relay chat, a protocol used for internet chat and other communications. That is called internet relay chat. The internet relay chat is used for chatting and the communication purpose, and it facilitates communication in the form of text. In the form of text we are sending the message. Now on the Facebook also we are sending the message, as well as we use the this one WhatsApp to send a message, and these messages we are sending through the internet relay chat, and this protocol we use to send the messages. That is also called a chat or the communication. Next is POP3. I already spoke about is post office protocol version 3. POP3 now you will find in your smartphone. This POP3 protocol we use in the smartphone to receive the mail, that is Gmail or Reddit mail, and is a standard mail protocol used to receive email from a remote server to local email client. And POP3 allows you to download email message on your local computer and read them even when you are offline. So this is the use of POP3. It will help you to download email and you can read that email offline. So that the use of POP3. The next protocol is SMTP. The names suggest a simple mail transfer protocol. What is the full form of SMTP? Simple mail transfer protocol, and it is used for sending email messages to the server. To send the email messages to the server, simple mail transfer protocol required on the internet. It is also sometimes called the mail transfer agent. It is also called sometimes mail transfer agent to send your communication to the right computer and email box. When we send any mail, so the other person receive that mail and it goes to their inbox, and when he connect to the internet, he open the mailbox, he find the mail. So that mail goes to an inbox through this simple mail transfer protocol. Simple mail transfer protocol is used to send a email message to the server on the internet, and the server store all the messages. Next protocol is DNS. It stands for domain name system. DNS is stand for domain name system. So domain name systems is used only for to get the resource on the internet. DNS translate domain name to IP address, and so browser can load internet resources. DNS translate domain name to IP address, so the browser can load internet resources, and each device connected to the internet has a unique IP address which other machine used to find the device. When we use the IP address means internet protocol address, so every machine has a unique number. The same number if it is found, then the computer is not able to share the information, they will not able to talk to each other. So that's why every machine there is a unique address. Repetition address if found, then the error comes that machine is not going to connect and is not able to talk with the other computers. So in the internet protocol, when we use the IP address, we must give the different IP address to each machine, and when they found different IP address, then they will come into the network and they will able to share the information, they will able to share the resources. Now what are the resources we can share on the internet? We can share the printer, we can share any device, we can share the camera also, a different type of devices we can share through scanner also by using the IP address. So the device which we use on the internet, that device has a IP address. Now this day you are using your mobile to use internet, so your mobile has a IP address, internet protocol is there in your mobile, so that you can access the internet on your mobile. If the IP address is wrong, you are not able to connect to the internet and you are not going to use the internet. The next protocol is DHCP. DHCP stands for Dynamic Host Configuration Protocol. What DHCP stands for? Dynamic Host Configurations Protocol, and is a network protocol used on IP network where DHCP server automatically assign an IP address. Actually dynamic host configuration protocols automatically assigning the IP address and other information to each host on the network, so they can communicate efficiently with the other endpoints. So that is the main use of DHCP, Dynamic Host Configuration Protocol, and it can automatically assign internet address to other computer. So my dear students, these are the different protocols which internet, when we use internet, that time it use for the different purpose. Now the first we have learned, that is TCP IP, Transmission Control Protocol, and Internet Protocol. It break down the message into the packet and send them out into the network. So next we have learned the file transfer protocol. It is required to send the file uploading and downloading purpose. Hypertext transfer protocol, an internet based protocol for sending and receiving the web page. IMAP, Internet Message Access Protocol, used for receiving email message from server on the internet. Similarly, POP3, Post Office Protocol version 3, a protocol used for receiving email from remote mail server. And SMTP, Simple Mail Transfer Protocol, used for sending email message to the server on the internet. So these are the various protocol comes in the internet. As well as we have learned history of the internet and what is internet. So I hope you understood what is internet, history of the internet, and the different protocols comes in the internet.